If you've consistently spent time in the gym lifting weights, you've probably found a couple of tricep exercises that you stick to because you enjoy doing them. Many lifters have made their initial gains using a set of tricep exercises. After performing the same movements for an extended time, lifters tend to hit a plateau. A plateau is where a lifter's progress comes to a halt, and it feels like they're just going through the motions without seeing much results. Switching things up can be helpful to break through this plateau. In this video, we'll talk about 7 tricep exercises that you're probably not doing. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of the tricep anatomy, function, and how to select the best exercises to build all heads of the tricep. And we'll also suggest several tricep exercise combinations that you can use. The anatomy of the tricep. The triceps are comprised of 3 heads. These include the medial, lateral, and long head. The triceps brachii is the muscle that runs down the back of the humerus, which is the long bone of the upper arm, and ends at the top of the ulna, which is the long bone of the forearm. The primary function of the tricep is the extension of the elbow joint. When the shoulder externally rotates, the long head of the triceps brachii assists with shoulder adduction. The triceps brachii also helps stabilize the shoulder by keeping the humerus head in its correct position, which is in the shoulder joint. It's also worth talking about where the muscles insert into the joints. Knowing where the tricep inserts will help us decide what the best arm positions are when performing tricep exercises. The long head of the tricep is a biarticular muscle. A biarticular muscle is a muscle that crosses 2 joints rather than just one. Another example of a biarticular muscle is the hamstring, which crosses both the hip and the knee. This is why the hamstring can be trained by both bending at the hip or bending at the knee. The long head of the tricep crosses the elbow and shoulder joint. At the shoulder joint, the tricep helps with shoulder extension. The medial head is fully involved in elbow extension when the elbow is flexed beyond 90 degrees. Now let's dive into exercise selections. Number 1. Overhead 2-hand dumbbell tricep extension. As discussed previously, the tricep is a biarticular muscle, meaning it connects to 2 joints, the shoulder and the elbow. For this reason, performing exercises with the arm extended over your head targets the long head of the tricep best because it puts the long head in a stretched position. This exercise is done with 1 dumbbell between 2 hands in a diamond shape, holding the weight overhead with the arms extended. Bring the dumbbell down behind your head and then extend it back up. At the bottom of the rep, you should feel a deep stretch in the long head of your tricep. Number 2. Decline bench press with a regular grip width. Let's look at this study that compared different grip widths and bench press angles on various muscle activation in highly trained athletes. This 2017 study by Saderbakken and others compared the muscle activation when performing 6-rep max competition-style bench press. This study included a flat bench press with wide, medium, and narrow grip. They also looked at inclined and declined bench positions with a wide grip. 12 bench press athletes competing at the national and international level participated in the study. EMG activity was measured in the pectoralis major, anterior and posterior deltoid, biceps brachii, triceps brachii, and latissimus dorsi. The only difference they found in various bench press positions was lower triceps brachii activation in the inclined bench compared to the flat and declined bench position. Similar muscle activation was observed when comparing the 3 grip widths, except for reduced EMG activity in the tricep brachii using the narrow grip, compared to the medium and wide grip conditions. You may wonder why the narrow grip bench press wasn't the ultimate position for training the tricep. Here's a couple of points to consider. While a narrower grip on the bench press reduces chest involvement and increases the tricep, you have to reduce the load as you narrow your grip. Also, tricep activation is high during the bench press, especially at lockout. So if you're serious about using pressing movements to increase your tricep gains, consider doing more flat benching and give the decline bench a try as well. Number 3. Modified skull crushers. Another great tricep exercise is the barbell skull crusher. This exercise is a staple in most lifters' tricep training. But what you see most lifters do is hold the bar straight over their face and bring it down to their skull, which makes logical sense since the exercise is called a skull crusher. However, we can modify this exercise to make it more effective by shifting the bar further behind the head. This way, as you bring the bar down behind your head, the tricep is in more of a stretched position. Shifting the arms further overhead keeps the tricep more engaged at the top of the position, rather than having the weight straight over your chest like a bench press. So the next time you perform skull crushers, avoid crushing your skull, and better target the tricep by shifting the bar further back. Number 4. Weighted dips. Another underrated tricep builder is the weighted dip. The weighted dip is an exercise you don't see many people doing, but when you do see it, especially if they're dipping impressive weight, they usually have a killer chest and jacked triceps. A common question people have is if there's a difference between a chest-focused and tricep-focused dip. A forward lean on the dip will make the dip slightly more chest-focused. A more upright position will keep the load on the triceps, but ultimately, both positions highly engage both muscles, especially if you increase the weight on the dips. Your shoulder mobility will also affect how deep you can go in an upright position. Find what position feels most comfortable and build from there. Number 5, narrow grip push-ups. A great tricep exercise you can do anywhere are push-ups done with a narrow hand width. Unlike the bench press, the load on the push-up is fixed to your body weight. A narrower grip produces the most activation in the triceps. In 2017, researchers conducted a study to determine the effects of palm width changes on muscle activities during push-up exercises. 12 healthy adult males participated in this study as subjects, and they had them perform push-up exercises with 3 different palmar widths, in narrow, neutral, and wide positions. Table 2 of this paper shows that the tricep brachii activation was highest in the narrow palm width. So when you're doing push-ups to build your triceps, use a narrower grip. Number 6, cable tricep kickbacks. When you hear tricep kickback, the first thing that might pop into your mind is a purple 5-pound dumbbell from an old school aerobics video. But this can be a highly effective tricep exercise with a couple of modifications. The first modification is to do the tricep kickback on a cable machine. The cable maintains tension on the tricep more than a dumbbell would, particularly at the bottom of the movement. As we mentioned before, one of the functions of the tricep is shoulder flexion. The tricep kickback is one of the few movements that maintain shoulder flexion during the exercise. Give this underrated exercise a try. Number 7, tricep cable extensions. Now, let's look at tricep extensions that target the short head of the tricep. Since the short head isn't connected to your shoulder, there's no need for the arm to be overhead. The short head of the tricep is mainly involved in tricep extension when the elbow is beyond 90 degrees. Therefore, exercises done with your arms by your side, such as the cable extension, work well. Here are several examples of these exercises. Rope tricep extensions. Reverse grip easy bar tricep extensions. Single arm rope tricep extensions. Now that we have a good set of tricep exercises, let's put a few of these together for our workouts. The goal is to combine exercises that focus on various heads of the tricep. Here's a few examples. Number 1, modified skull crusher and cable tricep extension with the arms by the side. Number 2, weighted dips and cable kickbacks. Number 3, dumbbell overhead tricep extension and reverse grip tricep extension. It's best to use these combinations after compound pressing exercises are complete, such as chest or shoulder training, or you can do these combinations as part of an arm day. Now that we've covered the tricep anatomy, function, exercise selection, and exercise combinations, we have everything we need to maximize your tricep gains. Did you find this video helpful? If so, click the like button below as it'll truly help out the channel. Also, if you're looking to take your workouts to the next level, grab a bottle of my science-based pre-workout supplement, Turbocharged. Packed with scientifically proven ingredients, all clinically dosed, you'll experience all the performance benefits without the jitters or crash. If you want to learn more, head over to musclemonsters.com/supplements or click the link in the description. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next one. Peace.